You clicked this video because you need 1,000 rupees in your pocket within the next 2 days, and you are tired of hearing abstract advice about saving your allowance. The real problem is that most teenagers are chasing low-value tasks like filling out surveys or clicking ads, which pay less than a rupee an hour and waste the very time you need to build something real. I am going to show you a different path, a specific roadmap for micro-entrepreneurship that leverages your existing digital skills to generate immediate cash without any upfront investment or waiting for a company to approve your application. Here's the thing about the gig economy that nobody talks about. There is a massive trap waiting for you if you try to earn money online by doing repetitive, mindless tasks. You see ads promising easy money for watching videos or taking quizzes, but the math simply does not work. You might spend 4 hours clicking buttons and earn 5 rupees, which is a wage far below the minimum living standard. This is a trap because it trains your brain to trade time for pennies, reinforcing a habit that will keep you poor even if you eventually get a job. The only way to break out of this cycle is to stop selling your time and start selling a specific outcome. You need to shift your mindset from being a worker who waits for a task to being a micro-entrepreneur who solves an urgent problem. Let us look at the gap between what you know and what you can actually do. Many teenagers have skills they do not realize have monetary value. You might know how to write a simple Python script, fix a broken link on a website, or format a document perfectly. These are not just hobbies. They are solutions to problems that business owners and other students face every single day. The barrier to entry for these high-value tasks is not money. It is confidence and a specific approach to finding the right client. The most effective strategy for earning your first 1,000 rupees in 48 hours is to treat a single service as a product. Instead of applying to generic job boards where you are just another resume in a pile, you need to package a specific skill into a clear offer. For example, you could offer to set up a continuous integration pipeline for a small developer, or you could write a script to scrape data from a website for a researcher. The key is that the service must solve an urgent pain point. If you can save someone time or fix a broken process, they are willing to pay for that relief immediately. Quick resource note: I keep a curated set of Amazon search links in the description for books, gear, and tools relevant to this channel's topics. Some are affiliate links, so I may earn a commission at no extra cost to you. Please consider supporting the channel by using those links if you find something useful. Now consider how you find these clients without a portfolio or a website. This is where the numbers game comes in, but it is not about spamming everyone. It is about targeted outreach to people who are already looking for help. You can look at open-source communities, local business groups, or even social media platforms where people ask for technical help. The goal is to find someone who is frustrated right now. If you see a post asking for help with a specific coding issue or a data task, you can reply with a direct offer to solve it for a fixed fee. This approach relies on a concept called the minimum viable product. Your first 1,000 rupees is not just about the cash. It is a validation that your service works and that people are willing to pay for it. You are launching a micro-agency in miniature. The risk is low because you are only promising to do one specific thing. If you can deliver that one thing well, you have a repeatable loop that you can scale. You do not need to wait for a platform to verify your identity or for a manager to approve your timesheet. You simply deliver the work and get paid. There is a critical trade-off you must understand before you start. While this method is the fastest way to cash, it requires you to be proactive. You cannot wait for the work to come to you. You have to reach out. This means sending direct messages or posting in relevant communities. You might face rejection. You might get ignored. This is normal. Success in this model relies on the volume of your outreach and the clarity of your offer. You need to make it incredibly easy for a stranger to say yes to you. Let us talk about the tools you can use to build trust quickly. If you are a developer or a student, you likely have a GitHub profile. This is your strongest asset. You do not need a formal resume to prove you are capable. You can link to your open-source contributions, your code repositories, or even a simple project you built for fun. When you reach out to a potential client, showing them a link to your work is often more convincing than a written description of your skills. It proves you can ship code and that you are serious about your craft. This social proof replaces the need for a long onboarding process that typical companies require. The most valuable insight here is that you are not competing with other teenagers. You are competing with the status quo of doing nothing. Most people will wait for a formal job or a gig platform to assign them work. By taking a service as a product approach, you bypass the friction of the traditional hiring process. You become a direct solution to a problem. This is why high-ticket referrals or specialized technical tasks are superior to low-value gigs. The value you provide is immediate and tangible, which justifies a higher price point for your time. To execute this in the next 48 hours, you need to pick one skill you already possess. Do not try to learn a new skill today. You do not have the time. Instead, identify a task you can complete in under 2 hours that solves a problem for someone else. Write down exactly what that service is. Then, find 5 people who need that service. Send them a short, direct message explaining the problem they have and how you can fix it for a fixed price. If you do this with focus and clarity, the 1,000 rupees will come from the validation of your skill, not from the luck of a random click. This path is harder than taking a survey, but it is the only path that builds a future for you. Every rupee you earn this way is proof that you can create value. It is the foundation of a career where you are paid for what you know, not for how long you sit at a desk. The gap between knowing you need money and having a plan is closed by action. You do not need permission to start. You do not need a bank account to begin. You just need a skill and the courage to offer it to someone who needs it right now. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. I am a one-person team working hard to make each video better than the last. Subscribe if you found value. It is the best way to show support. Drop a comment with your biggest takeaway. See you in the next video.